Hi, welcome to another installment of People Who Are Better Than You, brought to you by the History Channel and host of Snack Cakes, shelf life of 70 years for your money back. Hi, my name is Charles Wellington III, and I'm here to tell you about one of history's greatest leaders. Oh sure, there have been many great leaders who have changed the face of the world as we know it. Oh, there's been Solomon, David, Caesar, Hitler, Abraham Lincoln, Obama, but one man stands alone. Casey Lawrence, the Techno-Pimp Roberts. Today we're going to be learning about the making of Casey Roberts and all about his dream of one day becoming ruler of what would become known as the Kiowa Kingdom. This is truly a rags to riches story. Now, Casey was born February 25th, 1988 in Wichita, Kansas, to proud parents Dale and Karen Roberts.
Casey was always the kind of child that showed leadership and domination to the children around him.
Casey? Casey? I don't know. Casey. Oh, KC. I went to school with this guy. Yeah. Man, stylish beard. Man. 5th grade, only man had a beard.
So, as far back as I can remember, Casey always just seemed to be the man of the house. Always giving people orders and everything. And the other funny thing about him was he always demanded Dr. Pepper. He had his first glass at the age of 2, and ever since then, he wouldn't get up any morning unless he got his glass of Dr. Pepper.
During grade school, everything seemed to be going well. He had power, money, women, friends, and plenty of Dr. Pepper always on hand. But then, during the 7th grade, the accident happened.
I remember it like it was yesterday. All the blood, the trauma that he went through. I'll never forget it.
So yeah, man, there was like a tree and like a bike, and they were playing Chicken Man, but the tree won.
I heard that someone was jealous of him, so they cut his brakes.
I heard it was a government conspiracy to keep him out of power.
I have no idea what he was thinking about riding into that tree, but I figured he could get up on his own, and so I just left and erased it from my memory.
But he didn't get up. He sat there for 2.5 days until finally a neighbor came and helped him.
I'm not a hero. I just saw someone in trouble and stopped and helped them. Do you know who the real heroes are? The real heroes are the ones that wake up every morning and go to normal jobs. And then they get a distress call from the commissioner, and they take off their glasses, they change into their capes, and they fly around fighting crime in the city. That's who the real heroes are.
Hey, Beck, you want to be my hero and get me some more toilet paper?
Okay.
After this, Casey was so scared he never wanted to leave his house, and it seemed that he had given up all hope on ever fulfilling his lifelong dream of becoming king.
Dale and I decided to get Casey a Nintendo 64 for a get-well present. He didn't leave the house for 2 years. He was too afraid to go outside. That might have been bad parenting.
During this time of relapse, or what we like to call the dark years, Casey became a different person altogether. He dropped out of school and all sports, and he even gave up his weekly spot on the polka dancing team.
So lost. I mean, we'd been dancing with each other for years, 2 years, 3 o'clock every afternoon. We had such a wonderful time, but and then he ran off with a Nintendo and never came back.
You be alright?
No.
During these dark years, we have little information about what happened to Casey, But what we do know is that he started to gain weight and lose his trim figure.
Casey didn't do anything but eat junk food and drink Dr. Pepper and play that video game thingy. I'm pretty sure he hasn't gained any weight since middle school. He just got taller.
I heard he beat Zelda with no cheats. So awesome.
Now, some would say that this was his greatest achievement in life. It seems that even during his darkest years, he was a household name around town. Now, by the time Casey got to high school, he had a change of heart. He had started to figure out who he was, and so he put down the controller and began to dance once more.
I was so excited when he came back because I had a dance partner again, someone to share my experience with. Oh, I was just so happy.
Recently, I've just been hearing all sorts of things coming out of Barclay. Like, I mean, I heard talk of a motorcycle that, first of all, they brought back to life. It was dead. And then when I finally saw some pictures of it, I didn't even see a gas tank that didn't really look standard on that. I mean, wood-mounted moped gas tank is what it looked like. He made his own custom spit for roasting rabbits over the fire and squirrels. Let's see, what else? If there was one word, 2 words for it, I would have to just call it jerry-rigging.
Casey was so inventive that he kept buying duct tape in bulk, and he used it to create the weirdest things around.
He built a projector for only $40.
Music also became a big part of his life, but now it's time for the more recent years. Casey eventually went to Barclay College, where he has now been for 2.5 years, and he is currently at the most pivotal point in his college career. He has been nominated for Homecoming King, and he needs your help to win it. But don't just take my word for it. Let's see what these people have to say about it.
For centuries upon centuries, great leaders and rulers, kings and presidents have insisted and stood by the words that great leaders, excellent leaders, aren't born but they're made. What can I say of Casey? Casey was born. I'm just going to leave it at that. Casey was born.
Oh, I understand that this is something special that little Casey's doing. I understand that's what I call him now, is Casey. I still think of him as my little Tweety. He was always such a good little boy, except when he was bad. And we just thought, I don't know, you say he's trying for king. That sort of surprises me.
He's got a nice beard. He's a very godly man.
But I'll tell you what I always thought would happen with little Tweety Casey. I thought he was probably just going to be the Frog Prince, is all I ever thought. And now, he's not even going to be the Frog Prince, huh? He may be a king.
Casey Roberts. Casey Roberts. Casey is the true essence of leadership.
Something you may not be aware of, one day Casey came into my office and, you know, he was wanting some chocolate out of my lighthouse, and sat down and we just had a really good talk. And he told me that ever since he was about the age of 5, he wished that, that we had in America a Mr. America contest, just like we have a Miss America contest, because all these years Casey has wanted to be Mr. America.
Well, at least he grew up. I mean, in spite of everything. One time in the old outhouse, did we ever tell you about the old outhouse one time? He was going to get rid of the flies inside. And he knew that his dad poured kerosene in there sometimes, or gasoline. And little Casey Tweedy went in there one time and he poured a whole cup of gasoline in there and then he just dropped in 2 matches. You know, he blew the whole top off of the outhouse. Just sent the thing flying. Amazing he didn't kill himself out of it, but he just singed some of his hair, but he's doing better now, and he still doesn't have a whole lot of hair. I think it affected him even back in those days, and I think it probably stunted some of the growth or something. But anyway, he really was. He was an interesting kid as he grew up. He really was.
He is the definitive leader. If you're thinking who should I vote for, without a question, Casey Roberts is Mr. Quaker. He is a leader. He has like hair in the back, and there's not a whole lot of hair in the front. So it's good to have a hat if you don't have a lot of hair in the front. I one day asked him to take his hat off, and I said, that's okay. Saturday night you will see Casey Roberts, king of the court at Barclay College. Hey Case, this one's for you.
So there you have it. The story of one of the greatest leaders of our time. But because this is a democracy, Casey needs your help. He can't do it alone. He needs your help to become king of the kingdom of Kiowa. So I hope you make the right decision when you cast your ballot this year. Remember that with Casey, we can achieve greatness. Change. It's already begun. Don't be racist. Vote for Casey. Thank you. I'm Charles Wellington III. I hope to see you again. Good night.